Today we're visiting Little Green Corner in Malaysia. This incredible gallery is set up by two people, two amazing aquascapers you may be familiar with. Let's go and take a look inside and let's see what it's all about. Alright, so when you walk in, we've got this huge terrarium, and we've also got Mr. Josh Sim today.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Welcome to Little Green Corner.
Thank you for having us here today. So can we take a look at this incredible terrarium, and can you tell us a little bit about this whole setup, because this is amazing.
Yeah, sure. It took us about 1.5 to 2 years to get it to this stage. The biggest challenge is actually to keep the humidity here, because this is an open terrarium in an aircon condition. So it took us a long time to figure out how to get it right. So a lot of try and error. Yeah.
But this is just incredible, and some of the plants here have been growing for two years, right?
Yes.
More than 2 years, and you can see how mature they are, and many plants that you've planted in with your friend,
Yes.
Mr. Yeo.
Yeo, yes. Me and
Yes. So two of you working on this together this is incredible. And this is also a walk-in terrarium. Is it a terrarium or paludarium or?
I do not know how exactly this is. But you can walk in. It is a life-size setup, so you can actually walk into the pond and you can look at all the plant up close.
What's your favorite feature of this whole setup?
Personally, to me, I like we call it the begonia street. So this is the area where we planted about 30 species of begonia on this street. So I really enjoy it when I walk inside and I can, let's say, look at all the different types of begonia. These are all local begonia from this area, Borneo. Yeah.
Okay, and you also propagate and cultivate them, right?
Yes. We propagate them, and sometimes we have to keep some on standby, because in the beginning, actually, we kill a lot of them because the environment is still not mature yet, and we have to do a lot of try and error. So we have to propagate them, and sometimes, let's say they are not doing well, we have to use the plantlet to grow them back again.
Okay, wow, it's amazing. This whole thing you did from scratch.
Yes.
From
scratch.
Wow.
Yes.
And can you tell us how the building process of this, if there's anyone out there who wants to try something like this, any tips, advice?
Well, I think first of all, you need to have a lot of time. It took two of us almost 2 years to get it done. The structure is actually built from drain cell. Yeah, the drain cell, and then we put foam on it. The rocks are actually the real rocks are actually only not too much. The main structure is actually from the foam, and then we use a lot of sphagnum moss as a base to grow all the plants and the mosses. Of course, we also use a lot of soil, but that is we cannot use too many soil, because it is actually getting too wet and the soil will get really bad if, let's say, the condition is really wet. So the main substrate here is actually a sphagnum moss.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you also have a tub inside.
Yes, it is
like
small
a pond.
Yeah. This pond is actually supplying the water for all the fogging and misting system. Yeah, so we have to top up the pond every now and then, because the water will reduce after all the fogging and misting.
Around how many liters is this pond?
I am not entirely sure, but a rough estimate would be about 500.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's quite big.
Yeah, but of course we don't fill it up to the.
All the way
Yeah,
up.
but I think at least 300-400 is minimum. Yeah.
Okay, and you even have some cryptocorynes in there.
Yes.
What type of cryptocoryne is that?
This is a 𝗂𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 Dicus silver.
Okay.
It is a local Malaysian type.
Malaysian types. It's not very common, right?
It's
I've
not very
never heard
common
of
because
that.
they are growing too big.
Okay.
The matured one can grow up to, I would say, 20 centimeter long, the leaf. So, for hobbies, it's a bit too big to keep it.
And you have a lot of different types of ferns in here.
Yes.
I think the ferns is really what like makes it look like a jungle.
Yes.
Some of these very big. It's nice to have variety of leaf sizes and textures. And then also Selaginellas. Very nice. Could you walk inside and show us?
Okay. So I'm in the pond now. I have to find a path through. So this is my favorite spot in the whole gallery because I can get up close to all the plants, all the begonia.
How much time do you spend in here?
On average, I would say an hour every day, but not the full week. I would say I come here, let's say 3 to 4 days a week.
Okay.
So in a week, I will spend, let's say 3 to 4 hours here.
All right.
Yeah.
But not in this whole, not in here for 3-4 hours.
No, not in this area. I mean the whole
The whole gallery.
The whole gallery, yes.
Okay.
I don't even come to this place every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's a really nice spot. I was in there just now, and it's such a unique feeling to be standing there in the middle of this like man-made jungle. Do you have a favorite plant in this setup?
There is actually too many plants to name a favorite, but in general, I like begonia the best. I mean, all different species of begonia. I can't pick one that is my absolute favorite, but in general, begonia is the plant I like the
Okay.
most.
Thank you. And you also have a fogging system. How many fogs do you have here? Is it
1, 2, 3, 4.
Four.
4 outlets.
okay?
I only show you 3 now. The other one, it is not on. Yeah.
Could you talk to us a little bit about the lighting, the setup, and the misting system?
The lighting, it used to have a lot more at the beginning because we actually do not know how much light is needed. But after a while, you can see some of the empty spot, actually we took it out because we found out that actually the light is too much. And then we see a lot of plant turn pale.
Okay.
Yeah, the coloration is not what it's supposed to be. So we realized that actually there are too much lighting. So we took out quite a lot of spotlight here. As for the mist, to me, I would say the more the better. Because the plants really like this kind of humid
wet
environment.
environment.
The problem is that we also get a lot of clogging every now and then. And if you see the setup, it is actually quite difficult to maintain it. So we still have to maintain the mist head like every 2 to 3 months.
Really?
Yeah, every time when it is clogging, we have to go up there and then have to change the mist head.
How do you do that?
We have a special ladder. We have a special ladder. It is not here now, it is at the back. So one people have to climb on the ladder, the other one has to hold it at the bottom to
So
stabilize
both of
it.
you have to be here?
Yeah, both of us has to be here to maintain the misting.
When you first acquired this area and decided you wanted to have this setup, this terrarium, paludarium setup, did you envision this? Did you know that you wanted it to be a walk-in setup? Like, how did you know where to place the pond and where to step in? Did you think about this before creating?
Absolutely no. At the very beginning, we did not plan it to be this size. We just want to do a small, let's say, terrarium setup, and then some wild ideas start to kick in, and we start to add more and more items into it. So after 2 years, it ended up become this size. So to tell you honestly, it was really an impromptu kind of design. It doesn't started out this way in the beginning.
But I think it's nicer that you went big, bigger than small.
Yeah.
It's always more impact and looks just visually pleasing.
Malaysia, we have actually at the middle and northern Malaysia, we have a lot of limestone hill. And this part is actually the part that we want to mimic the limestone hill. So in limestone hill, actually, there are not too many plant species. Yeah, because there's more dry, and then the limestones are very alkaline. So only the plants that like the alkaline base can be here. So as you can see, this part, the plants are actually more sparse, not so dense. That is actually the real situation in the limestone hill. So this is the part that we call it limestone, this part.
There's no misting here on this side?
This part, no misting. The water is coming from the bottom.
Okay, so this sprays water.
Yes.
How many times a day does it?
This is every 45 minutes.
Every 45 minutes.
Yeah, the mist over there is every 15 minutes. Because as I say, limestone is supposed to be drier compared to let's say the tropical forest.
And next to the limestone wall, you've got this giant tree, or driftwood. What do you call this?
This one we call it the mossy forest. In Malaysia, there is one very famous tourism spot. It is called Mossy Forest in 𝗂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀 Island. So we want to somehow do something similar. So we actually combine a lot of different sizes of driftwood to make this kind of big size driftwood, and we put a lot of moss on it to really simulate what is inside the mossy forest in 𝗂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀 Island. And we do not know where these vines are coming from. We did not grow them, they just grow by themselves, and we just let them be.
Okay, so they just came naturally
from the soil, from the moss that we took from the soil, and then they just grow by themselves, and we thought it is looking quite natural, so yeah, that is how it got here.
Alright, so this is one of your longest running tanks in the gallery.
Yes, actually this is the first tank that we made in the whole gallery 2.5 years ago. So it never changed. The design is like this since 2.5 years, and it is getting a little bit overgrown now. You can see, I mean, the plants on the top are actually blocking all the lights already. We are going to rescape this maybe in a few months' time.
Alright, is this a relatively easy to maintain tank?
I would say basically just water changes. No other maintenance. Of course, we have to trim some of the roots, otherwise it's destroying everything inside. Other than that, we don't maintain it. Actually, it is not even with CO2.
Oh wow.
It is not with CO2.
Wow, all the plants look really good. You've got some cryptocoryns.
Yes.
Anubias.
Anubias, and they are snow white.
Snow white. 𝗂𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀.
Yes.
And what's in the back? Are the back also
These
cryptocoryn?
are 𝗂𝗂𝗀𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗀.
Balance, okay. Alright.
It used to have a backlight, but I think it is not switched on today.
Okay. What light are you using here?
This is Live Aqua.
Live Aqua.
Yeah.
And then the filtration you're running on this?
This is 𝗲𝗾𝗾𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀,
𝗲𝗾𝗾𝗀𝗀𝗀, the 2217.
2217, 2 units.
Oh, 2 units,
Yes.
okay. Alright, so roughly when are you going to be taking this down?
We just completed one tank here. This is just last week. And the next one we will do is this 90p. We're going to do an 𝗲𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 here. So after this 𝗲𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, we will probably take this 4 feet down. So I would say in another 2 to 3 months time, we will rescape this one.
Okay, oh, that's the misting system. Wow, it's amazing that you've even got misting system for a tank of like this.
Yeah, because it is in air conditioning room. So without the misting, the plant on top may get too dry.
Can we take a look at that tank over there?
Sure. So this tank just set up, just planted last week. The plants are still not fully grown yet, and some of the cryptocoryne are unfortunately at the melting stage, but I think they will grow back. This is just a very simple NA style with driftwood, Malaysian driftwood. And the background is all hair grass, the long hair grass, not the 𝗲𝗾𝗶𝗲𝗀𝗀, but just normal long hair grass.
And Java ferns?
Yes, mini Java fern.
I see some Hygrophila pinnatifida.
Yeah, and this is not the usual pinnatifida, this is the UK version.
Oh, okay. The one that's a bit reddish.
Yes.
And then what is this? This is Nymphea.
Nymphea, but I do not know the exact species.
Okay.
It is a small version.
Okay.
Very
It
small.
looks like Gardneria or something like that. Okay, I see you're using the Oase filter on this.
Yeah, this one is Oase. Two units as well. I thought this would be underwater.
Yeah.
But once I put it in, I realized it's above water, so I had to cover it until it let's say it's growing, then I can remove the plastic wrap.
Okay. I think it should be quite fast because it'll wake up the water.
Should
right?
be.
Yeah.
It is 1 week now, so it is still not grown yet, I think. Yeah, but it is wet, so
Yeah.
it should be quite fast.
I think in a few weeks, months' time, it'll be nice. Oh, I see nice Echinodorus. Is that Echinodorus or Cryptocorin?
This one?
The reddish,
The
the red color one.
This is not Cryptocorin. This is
Echinodorus, right?
yes.
Yeah, it's very red.
Yes, and there are some tiger lotus.
Okay.
And this Balance is melting now because we just planted it last week.
Okay, very normal for Cryptocorin. So this here is biotope style?
More like a biotope style. To be honest, because we can't maintain too many tanks with a lot of plants, so we just thought, yeah, maybe we do one that it is with less plants. So it take the pressure from us to do the maintenance every now and then. So this is like mimicking the river style stream biotop.
Is a very unique setup. Can you talk to us a little bit about this?
This is a shallow tank. It actually consists of two separate tanks, 120, because we are at second floor, we can't bring such a long tank up to the second floor, so we have to break it into two different tanks and we just join them together. Yeah, and this piece of wood is actually one whole piece. We just cut a hole and slot in between the two tanks. It is a very easy, low maintenance tank. We basically don't have to do much maintenance, no CO2 as well, and we are using track light to get all the light that it is needed. And a lot of these plants are actually aquatic plants when we convert it into immersed.
Okay, like this 𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗀𝗃.
This is 𝗶𝗶𝗃𝗃, yes, and Anubias, some begonia as well.
Yeah, the begonias are really nice. I really like this one piece of log, this wood. And you say it's from your backyard?
Yeah, it's from my backyard. I had to cut it down because it is getting too big and destroying, the roots are actually destroying my fences. So I have to cut it down, and then at that time we were setting up this gallery and we thought, why not just bring it here and do a shallow tank, and that it is.
It looks like something you just pluck out from the forest.
And some of this moss are actually from the tank that we have, the aquatic moss. And once we escape the tank, we just put the moss on the tree and it's just growing.
Are there any fish in these tanks?
Yes, some of these fish are actually from our contest tank.
Okay.
Once we escape and we want to redo a contest tank, I put some of the fish here. I think they are hiding, and there are actually some local fish as well where we caught in the river.
Ah, nice.
That is a fish I used in first snow my tank last year.
Okay. The 𝗲𝗾𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀.
Yes,
Right? Your contest aquascapes, you and Mr.
Yeo,
Yeo's, right?
yes.
Yeah.
So these are all from 15 years of participating in various contests. Some of our, let's say, design that we liked. So there are 10 photos here, 5 from me, 5 from my partner, Yeo. We choose the 5 design that we, let's say, we love the most, and we make them into a poster. So just to show everybody what we have done over the years.
Which one is your favorite work?
My favorite is actually that one from 2018. This one, Faith. First of all, I like the fish, the pearl gourami. I think this is nobody has used it in a contest tank this way before, and I think this tank is also a very special transition for me from the diorama forest into something more NA style. So this tank is, let's say, very important to me, and I like it the most.
Thank you so much, Josh, for showing me your gallery.
My
It's
pleasure.
really amazing work.
Thank you.
And if you guys want to check out more of his work, I'll link his Instagram and Facebook down in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Oh, this puddle is my favorite. Thank you.